Did you know that by just saying two simple words, you can completely transform how women perceive you? These words aren't magical, but when spoken with confidence and intention, they have the power to change the dynamic of your interactions. Today, we'll explore how this straightforward phrase can help you attract any woman you want. By the end of this, you'll not only understand the significance of these words, but also learn how to use them effectively in your daily life. But before we jump in, I'd like to ask for your support. If you find this content valuable, show some love by hitting the like button and subscribing. Doing so helps me continue creating helpful insights for you, and it signals to the algorithm that this video is worth sharing with others. So, can I count on your like? Let's get started. The mistake. One of the most common mistakes men make when interacting with women is being overly accommodating or indecisive. Phrases like, "we can do whatever you want," or "I don't know, whatever you prefer," may seem polite, but they project uncertainty and a lack of confidence. What many men don't realize is that this overly flexible or vague approach often causes women to lose interest faster than they expect. Here's the secret. Women value confidence, clarity, and leadership in a man. This is where the two powerful words, "I want," come into play. They might seem simple, but they demonstrate decisiveness and assertiveness, qualities that women find incredibly attractive. By saying, "I want," you show that you know what you desire and aren't afraid to express it. Think of it this way. Saying, "I want," isn't just about making a request. It's about demonstrating confidence in your decisions. This can completely change how women perceive you. Real-life use. Now that you know the secret, let's dive into how to use these words in your everyday interactions. While saying "I want" may sound straightforward, the key to success is applying it consistently and thoughtfully. For instance, when inviting a woman out, avoid indecisive statements like, "Hey, if you want, we could hang out sometime." That doesn't spark much excitement or confidence. Instead, try saying, "I want to take you to dinner this Friday." Notice the difference? This phrasing shifts the dynamic. You're no longer seeking approval or permission, you're being direct and confident, which is far more appealing. Another example. When starting a conversation with someone you're interested in, avoid being vague or overly shy. Instead of saying something like, "Maybe we could talk sometime," say, "I want to get to know you better. How about we grab a coffee this week?" This shows you're clear about your intentions, which reflects honesty and confidence, qualities that are universally attractive. If you're already in a relationship, you can use "I want" to express your desires positively. Instead of saying, "Whatever you prefer is fine," be direct and clear about your feelings. For instance, "I want to spend more time with you this weekend. How about we plan something together?" This not only conveys your intentions, but also shows that you value the relationship and are proactive about strengthening it. Balance matters. It's important to understand that confidence should never cross the line into arrogance. Saying "I want" should project clarity and security, not dominance or selfishness. For this approach to work effectively, you must pair it with empathy and respect. For example, if you say, "I want us to go out for dinner tomorrow," and she replies that she's unavailable or prefers another day, stay flexible. Respond with understanding. "Sure, I understand. How about Saturday instead?" This shows that while you know what you want, you're also considerate of her needs. It's about being firm and clear without being stubborn. This balance is key. Women appreciate decisiveness, but if you come off as inflexible or unwilling to consider their preferences, you risk appearing self-centered, an unattractive quality. By being respectful and open to dialogue, you demonstrate emotional intelligence, which is just as important as confidence. Using "I want" isn't just about you. It also creates space for the other person to share their desires. When you're honest and clear, it encourages open communication and builds mutual respect. This is the foundation of any healthy relationship. Tone is key. What you say is only part of the equation. How you say it matters just as much, if not more. Your tone of voice and overall attitude play a critical role in making "I want" effective. Make sure your tone is kind and respectful. Avoid sounding authoritarian or as though you're giving orders. Confidence doesn't mean being overbearing. Instead, speak with warmth and sincerity. This ensures that your words come across as secure and thoughtful, not pushy or demanding. When used correctly, "I want" signals that you're someone who knows what they want, but it also leaves room for collaboration and mutual understanding. This combination is what makes these words so powerful. The challenge. Now that you understand the concept, it's time to put it into practice. This is where the real transformation happens. Starting today, I challenge you to use the phrase "I want" 5 times a day for the next week. It doesn't matter whether it's in big situations or small ones. The goal is to make this approach a natural part of your communication. Use it with women, friends, or even in your daily interactions. For example, say, "I want to try that new restaurant," or "I want to discuss this idea with you." Over time, you'll notice a shift in how people respond to you. They'll respect you more, feel more drawn to you, and perceive you as someone who's decisive and confident. As we wrap up, remember this: knowing the secret to confidence is only the first step. To see real results, you need to take action. Start using "I want" in your daily life and observe the impact it has on your relationships and interactions. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below how you plan to use "I want" this week. Share specific examples or situations where you think this approach will make a difference. And after a week, come back and let me know how it went. I'm confident you'll see amazing results, and I'd love to hear about your experiences. If you found this advice helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps me continue creating valuable content for you. And if you're ready to level up in other areas of your life, feel free to leave your thoughts and questions in the comments. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, confidence, clarity, and respect will always set you apart. Until next time, keep striving to be the best version of yourself. See you soon.